Well, hello. It's episode 253. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us once again for another stupid episode of the Foo Bar Show program. But before we get into anything, get yourself your own very own, Jesus, I keep getting that wrong, your very own Foo Bar Show merch at foobarshow.com. Find all kinds of items like t-shirts, totes, travel mugs, magnets, and baby onesies in tons of colors and styles. Go to our merch page found at foobarshow.com to check it all out. Next up, click on the link to SoCal rock band The Fallen Electric at the bottom of foobarshow.com for music, tour dates, and merch. Lastly, Grass Store, everybody. One of the best cannabis delivery services I've ever dealt with, bar none. They service LA, Orange County, and select parts of the Inland Empire. Go to foobarshow.com and click on our Grass Store banner, and first-time users get 30% off of their purchase. And thanks to those who continue to click on our banner and continue to support the show and show some love, man. I saw one of those credits come through today. I'm going to be using that this week. But all right, man, without further ado, Foos, 253, damn, here we go. From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Bar Show! Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Joe C. Thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Remember to hit subscribe and be sure to rate, review, and tell a friend like a champ. You can always get in touch with us and get our swag at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com, and search FOO Bar Show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foo? Steph?
I believe it's called Meta.
Meta? Yeah. No, the Facebook. Yeah. Well, no, not yet. I think Meta is still the parent company, but who cares, right?
Who cares?
On tap today, man, we got two special guests. Now, one has been on the show a couple of times, but we invited somebody else to come along with him. That's Cesar of the Soaring Blackbirds. Say hi, Cesar.
Hey, how's it going?
And we got Sandra, his lady friend.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for being on the show. Now, Cesar, you've been on the show a couple times for the Soaring Blackbirds, a couple releases that you guys were promoting back then, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the most recent time was actually, this is the first time you're actually doing it from the actual studio. Prior to you being on the show today in this particular room, we had you in the living room. The very first time it was over at the dumpy little office in West Covina, California. We had you on in the living room.
The first time.
During a Dodgers playoff game.
Yes.
And in similar fashion, we had you at this particular house in our living room, trying to spread out because of COVID.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So, and then we got like filthy drunk.
Yes.
You and Chuck and Mario, you guys brought a tequila bottle. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't remember too much.
I think it was a Rocks tequila bottle, right?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
It was awesome because it was really easy to
very smooth
to drink.
Dangerous. Yeah.
So super dangerous, and I think all of us were at least buzzing by the end of that podcast.
That was a long podcast. I think it was like 2 hours, right?
Couldn't get you to shut up. Oh, Chuck always chimed in with something. Yeah. It was always fun. But the reason, and Sandra, you've been like around us while we've been recording a podcast, but you were like on the sidelines, just kind of checking it all out. This is the first time you're actually making an actual appearance on the show for a really cool reason. And we can thank Cesar for this, but he claims that you're a Forrest Gump of sorts, that you get yourself into these cool situations where you like these cool like celebrity encounters. I don't know. Like, where should we start here, Cesar? Because what was it? It must have been maybe a month ago. It's close to it. A month ago, we were playing a show outside of some bar. I think the Fallen Electric was playing a show. You guys went to go see us play, and then you just started talking about how all these crazy celebrity encounters that she gets herself into throughout the years. And you're just like, you should put her on the show and we could talk about it. Now you started talking about some of those stories at some point, and then she had to cut you off because you wanted to go home, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty late. We're going on and on.
I think we closed down the bar. They wanted to leave.
Right. So, I mean, where should we start there, Cesar?
Well, most of these stories, I mean, we weren't together back then. I think one or two happened after we met.
Yeah.
After 1997. We've been together for a long time. But I don't know. Where do you want to start? I think one of the Rage Against the Machine, that one's pretty good. Because
Rage Against
I
the
think
Machine.
they used to.
Oh, yeah, just no big deal. You were hanging out with Rage Against the Machine, and
Well, no.
what was the year?
It was even prior to when they even became big.
So early 90s or late 80s?
No, early 90s. So what happened is that, you know how Zach De La Rocha, they used to have their studio there in Highland Park.
Sure.
I don't know if he still has it there, but he used to have it there. And my friend back then, they used to live down that same street. So there's a movie theater called the Highland that's right up that on Figueroa or York or wherever.
Okay.
We used to go watch movies. That one night, we all walked to that movie theater and we passed, because that studio where he has it, it's in the corner. So we had all passed by, and they were giving like little flyers out to, oh, come watch this show. There's going to be a band practicing, and we're just going to have a party here. We're like, oh, well, we got to go watch our movie. I don't even know what movie we went to go watch, but we went to the movie. And then after the movie came out, I mean, we passed by there again. The guy goes, hey, you know, the music's about to start, whatever.
All right.
Went in there, checked out the band, and it ended up being Rage Against the Machine. It was Zach De La Rocha.
Were they called that at that time?
I don't remember them being called that, but when they gave us a demo CD, it did say Rage Against the Machine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I guess it was.
All right.
And so then
Legend has it that they only really played one show before they got signed by Sony.
yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know exactly, but
That's and I guess and you know, I've seen video of them playing like some university campus. So and other like little, and their very, very first show was in front of like a family in a living room is what I'm told. So I guess, you know, when they say that they've only played one show, probably like a big stage show before they actually got big with Sony.
Yeah, but what ended up being cool after that is because then a few months later they got really
blew
big.
up.
They blew up.
Yeah.
And on that demo they had Zach, you know, you can tell his look by his hair and all that. And we're like, oh shit, it's
him.
this is Rage Against the Machine. And then, lo and behold, there you go. That was my first Rage Against the Machine show.
And what kind of venue was this in?
It was just, it was in a studio. Just imagine like a big warehouse looking place. And they had like a little stage there. They there was a kegger of beer in the corner and just a bunch of people just watching them play these songs. Yeah. What songs? I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember what songs they were.
Probably the songs in the first album,
Probably.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, they also had other demo songs that never got to any album.
Yeah.
They just became like extras or on the B-side at later times. But that's dope.
Yeah, and then from what I heard after that, I don't know if his studio, if that practice that he had is still there, but I remember a lot of people used to go down there and visit it all the time.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still there. Or
Question.
I know he lived there.
Where's that demo? Doesn't your brother have it?
Even if he has it, I don't even know
it's
where.
somewhere, right?
It might be somewhere.
Okay.
You gotta
All
look
right.
for it.
It's somewhere.
Well, that's one. That's one cool encounter. What else you got? I know that you've met what's his name, Jenkins from Third Eye Blind. That's your favorite band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Third Eye Blind.
She's got the tattoo, right? With
Yeah,
lyrics.
that's
And the shirt,
that's
right?
yeah. If I couldn't be with Cesar, that's the man I would marry. Cesar knows well that if I came across, and that's why one time we went to go see them in Vegas, and I just happened to run into him in the elevator, and I said, "Oh my God, you know, I would marry you." When I was younger, I used to say that, you know, my name was Sandra Jenkins and all this.
How did he take that?
The first thing that came out of his mouth was like, well, we're in the right city for that matter. And I was like, I had to think about it. I was like, wait, okay, Caesar's upstairs. Stephen Jenkins is right here in this elevator.
It's a tough choice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry, Caesar. I would have to.
Everyone has their own crushes, right?
I would have to go that way.
Right.
Which I know you guys always play the Third Eye Blind, which makes me really happy when you guys play it.
Oh yeah, we play Jumper when we play live.
Yeah.
So that's always a fun one to play. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were bragging about a bunch of other stuff that she's gotten herself into, a bunch of other shenanigans.
Oh, I think
Vin-
one of the cool ones would be
Vince Vaughn.
No.
What?
Oh,
Vaughn,
yeah,
yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
At
See,
the-
he was with me for this.
Yeah, that we were together then. It was at the, I don't know if you remember this venue. It was in Los Angeles called The Garage.
Okay.
A lot of cool rock and roll bands used to play there. We used to go there like once or twice a month. And then this one time we went to go see our friends they're called the Hellbenders. And they're not around no more. But we didn't know that it was kind of like a private party. And you could take it away from me.
Well, there's a
So
Kiss.
you weren't invited?
Well, we went because
Because our friends were playing.
Okay.
they were
Okay. Okay.
playing
Okay.
it. So we were in that sense invited.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that the main band that was playing, it was a band called Larger Than Life. It was a Kiss tribute band.
Okay.
But but from what I've known, a lot of celebrities are a big fan of this tribute cover band. So the show was put on by Jon Favreau,
Okay.
Yeah.
and he had just finished
Swingers.
filming Swingers,
Yeah.
and I think Vince Vaughn was there too, and he had just finished
Psycho.
Oh. Okay.
Time.
Mid-90s.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and they were just both of them were like crazy drunk in there dancing around.
That's the Psycho with Anne Heche.
yeah.
I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get to see her butthole in that movie.
Oh, when she falls.
When she
over the
falls
tub.
in the tub. Yeah. There's like if
a
you
good angle.
freeze the frame, that's like her chocolate starfish is right there
Well, I never.
on display.
Yeah, well, I never froze that frame there, but
There you go.
gonna
Next
have to-
time you watch the movie.
gonna have
Doesn't
to
need to
watch
be
it
frozen
again.
there.
yeah. So then,
Just saying.
I ended up meeting him because he ended up dropping his drink
He
all
spilled
over
the
me.
drink on her.
Vince Vaughn did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was drunk and spilled the drink on her.
Is he a sloppy drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks
Yeah.
like he's a big guy
Yeah.
too. He's like 6 foot something, like 6'5" or something.
Yeah. He was pretty tall. But yeah, he was like so apologetic. He ended up buying me another drink or whatever, and so
She was gonna go off on him because initially she didn't know who he was.
And Swingers
then-
sucked.
And then when she saw his face, oh, it's Vince Vaughn. You know?
Yeah.
And but going back to the band, Larger Than Life,
Uh-huh.
it was what's the PC correct term?
Little people?
Little people. Yeah, it was little people.
Yeah.
It was little Kiss people. Larger. They had big boots, you know.
Okay.
And the lead singer, Paul Stanley, if you will, was a black dude.
Okay.
You know, it looked kind of cute. It was kind of funny. It was so cool.
They're like a Polly Pocket version of
they had
Kiss.
this loud sound, man. These little guys with big boots, you know, and shaking the ass. you
They're
know.
really
So
good.
They're very good, Larger Than Life. Yeah.
Nice. Do you think they're still around or nah?
I know they're
What year was it? 90?
Midnight.
Midnight.
Mid-90s.
Maybe not.
I'm
I don't
sure-
think little people live that long. Do they?
I don't know what their
I
span is.
think
a good
I don't
question.
think they live long.
Yeah.
I don't think they live long. I think Brad Williams is on his way out.
What?
Look at Mini Me. He just passed.
that's right.
And then the Kid Rock.
Yeah. Joe C.
Josie.
Joe C. Yeah. Get my name from him. Yeah, he didn't last too long. So yeah, maybe they're all 6 feet under now.
Yeah.
They're not larger
Wow.
than life anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. These jokes are just rolling right out.
Yep. All right. So larger than life.
Larger than life in another world.
Right.
I think they're on social media somewhere. If you look
They
for
might
them,
be.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Maybe it's a new batch.
Yeah. The best
Franchise it.
Yeah.
the best Kiss cover band ever. And I've seen quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. A lot of cover bands or tribute bands are often better than the actual band themselves,
Right.
Because they study every little thing about them. The better tribute bands I've seen are those that are dedicated to the Beatles, and they really go all out and they get down to the smallest detail, even.
Right.
Even as far as going like in 1960 something, they played this show and this microphone was on this part of the speaker.
Right.
They go like that far and they really try to recreate the moment.
Now, are you talking about the band you guys opened up for in Ontario? 'Cause
That's
they
one of a
they
few
seem
that I've
pretty
seen.
legit, yeah.
I've seen the Fab Four. I've seen the Fab Four. It's another tribute band. And then Hard Day's Night is the one that we opened up for here in Ontario.
Yeah.
So there's been a few that I've seen. This was the only time I wasn't drunk off my ass. All the other times I've been pretty drunk because there's this place by the beach. It's like the sushi, it's the most random kind of restaurant. Like they have sushi, but they make omelets for the morning and all you can drink mimosas.
Sounds good.
And I forget the name of this place. I don't even know if they still do it anymore. COVID probably killed that. But I went a couple times and I'm like, just leave the freaking mimosa dispenser right here. And I was just, by the time, they play their second set, because they do like a wardrobe change in between sets because of the many eras that they had.
Yeah.
I was already drunk. That's the end of my story.
That helps sometimes. You're a little bit buzzed, it seems more than what it is.
Speaking of, what are we drinking here? Let's point this out. This is very, very tasty.
A little Baron Jaeger.
Baron Jaeger. It's honey Jaeger.
All right.
Honey
Yeah, so it's
Jaeger.
good for
Put it on my waffles.
waffles.
Damn.
Ice cream.
You're sick.
It's a little runny for waffles.
There's another one that I think that is made by Jägermeister. It's not this one, right?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
Jägermeister has its own honey flavor, and you know how viscous Jägermeister is. It's not as runny, and that's something you can put on your waffles. And it tastes nothing like Jägermeister. I don't want to scare you away from it if you're not. Oh, you have a chilling station at your home.
We do.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't think I've partaken.
No,
I need to go over and
partake in it.
just get all kinds of shit housed. I've been saying shit housed a lot lately.
Shit housed. Where did you last hear that word?
It might have been the 90s.
Oh, okay. Shit
It
housed.
might have been like Don't Be a Menace or something. I don't know.
It's like the version of Brick House. but
Yeah.
Shit house.
shit house.
Like a
Blind
shit
house.
house.
You have shit.
Not
Well,
just shit faced.
Well, I think starting actually in November, Jaeger brings out another. I don't know if you've ever tasted. It's a cinnamon vanilla.
A word.
Yeah, and that one's really good. It's seasonal every November and December.
So it's like a horchata.
Yeah.
Then. Okay.
But it still has a little bit of that, because Jaeger has that
Yeah.
taste. But it's cinnamon and I think it's cinnamon vanilla.
Yeah, you can probably pair it with the LaCroix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another liqueur. We got into fucking alcohol here, but another liqueur that we recently enjoyed at a KBBQ spot was a grape flavored. What was it?
Soju?
Soju.
No.
It
not
tastes
the grape-
exactly.
Nope. Nope.
Tastes exactly like Jägermeister.
It is.
So I don't know why you would.
It is not a
but
great
it
flavor.
exists. Yeah.
I like soju. I like the peach, the lychee.
What's soju?
It's like a wine, right?
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a Korean.
We had
beverage.
a great seltzer from I. It was so good. It's dangerous. It's like Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you
Oh,
had
nice.
at Strum also. You had that fruity pebble drink.
Oh yeah, it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. It's like a beer that tastes like Fruity Pebbles. It was weird. Well, it was good. I enjoyed it. Anyway, we got off the rails there, but I don't know, man. What makes you get into these kinds of situations, Sandra? Are you just fearless?
I have no idea. I might be. I don't know. No, you know what? It's I guess.
You seize the moment.
Right time.
Right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you encounter these, I mean, obviously 2 out of those 3, they encountered you in a way.
Yeah.
You were stuck in an elevator with the other.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess it just it randomly happens. It's like
Right.
now. I mean, if something was to happen, I mean, yeah, you can talk about it because I think it happened with such cool people
yeah.
that we respect now. Like another incident,
Sublime?
the Sublime.
What?
With
The original lineup?
Yeah, with Bradley Noel. I don't know if you remember the punk shows they used to do up in Glen Helen.
No, I was probably a small child.
I'm sure probably you were, yeah. Because the one that was there when we went in the 90s when Sublime played it with Bradley Noel.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was Guttermouth who was
What
there
the
too.
fuck?
And they're the ones that say break the barricades and they're talking all this mess about like...
Guttermouth, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Well, I don't remember, but
Yeah. They were
I-
known for everyone spitting on them
Yeah.
when they sang.
yeah.
When they were... It was gross.
Them and the Addicts, I think, or
Yeah.
the Vandals.
It's
Yeah,
a very
spit
punk
on 'em.
rock thing
Yeah.
to do, right?
But we were backstage because of my friend being married to Joe from the Vandals. So that's why we were backstage.
Okay.
But when Guttermouth was playing,
Let's just gloss over that, by the way.
maybe we should get him on the show for you.
Okay.
Sandra, if you're listening. But anyways, we were backstage and Guttermouth was doing their thing out there and they told everybody, oh, there's better beer and food back here in the back and, just creating chaos.
Okay.
Well, all these kids just started breaking the barricades and trying to rush back and everything. And so they locked us. They kind of did a lockdown for us in the back. And so everybody was in the dressing rooms and said, no one come out because all these kids were running amok in the back. And so we happened to be in the same dressing room where Bradley was in.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to go on after Guttermouth.
Okay.
So they went on. And he was worried about something else. And he told me, hey, can you take care of my dog? Which was,
The Dalmatian?
Which was Louis dog.
The fucking dog that's on the album covers?
The dog himself.
Okay.
So I got to be the dog sitter for Bradley.
For a set.
For a set, yeah. Because I had to, I was
How
able,
was the dog? Was he a cool dog?
He was cool. He was very chill. He was your basic Dalmatian.
Okay.
I mean,
He's
that
probably down in the ground with Kiss now, right? Or the
Probably.
small Kiss.
and back then I didn't really think, oh my God, this is Bradley's dog.
Yeah.
Because I never thought that he was going to die.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's a cool story.
How long after did he pass?
I don't recall. Because he passed away in in the late 90s?
Late 90s, I think. Yeah.
So it might have been just a few years after.
Okay. Fucking drugs, man.
Yeah. But I saw Blind Melon. I saw Shannon Hoon before his last show where he died.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he has a documentary. Oh, he does. I mean, yeah, he's the one who filmed it. There's a lot of these types of documentaries coming out where people in the 90s would just have VHSs and film their lives.
Yeah.
They did that with, what's her name? Punky Brewster.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
She had one come out where like all her friends were pretty much like Leonardo DiCaprio, like a young, teenage Leo and a bunch of all those other celebrities from back then. And somebody else, Batman,
we're talking about the birthday cake.
What are the Batmen? Not Clooney.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
He has a documentary style
That was pretty
thing
sad.
that he
Yeah,
shot.
pretty sad.
I haven't seen it, but I hear that it's tough to get through.
It's just sad because if you're a fan of his work, to see him like that is just
Down in the dumps kind of thing. Okay.
Well, just to see him with that talk through that, it's kind of hard to take in because you see him on all these movies, like he was in The Doors and
he was
Tombstone.
Yeah.
He was a badass in Tombstone. He was so like fit and skinny, and now he's not.
One of my favorites is Real Genius. Have you ever seen Real Genius? No.
Early 80s.
Early 80s.
All right.
Pretty good.
Tight.
Yeah.
So Blind Melon.
Blind Melon.
Was that the last show, right? Before he went to New Orleans and
Yeah, that was the show before he went to New Orleans, where he passed away. But he played in L.A. and I forget what venue it was, but that's the venue where he pretty much got arrested after 2 songs because he whipped out his penis and
As you do.
and just started urinating on all the people in the front row.
You know who just did that a couple days ago? Are you guys familiar with Brass Against? They're a all brass cover band that covers like Tool songs and brass. I'm talking like trumpets and trombones and shit like that. The singer, female, forget her name. I don't know how this happened. The only thing I saw online, this happened like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
They played a show. She invites a fan on stage, proceeds to pull down her pants and just pees on his face.
What the
Not for a
fuck?
couple of seconds.
Yeah.
She helps herself to an entire session.
Oh,
It's like a helicopter putting out a forest fire, where she's just
dousing him?
dousing him. I don't know what that had to
Excuse me,
do.
sir. You are too hot.
While they were playing "Wake
a
Up" by Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage Against. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on social media a few days ago.
Oh, is that the one you were showing me?
Yeah, it was on social media.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's gross, but it sounds like it was
Premeditated.
premeditated. Yeah, because the guy, he goes up there, oh, you're going to piss on my face? All right, go. And,
And
it
she
sounds
does.
like fetish. thing
Isn't it a
too.
fetish though?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
that's
fetish.
No,
fetish.
totally. But
Yeah.
like, they're in front of like thousands of people.
Yeah. It's
Gross.
I didn't know about them till now, so I guess no.
No, I mean they cover a mean song. Like I think one of my favorite covers that they do is "The Pot" by Tool. Yeah, this is really good.
good,
It's really good. Yeah, but I'm like that caught me off guard. I was like, I would never think that they would do something.
Where are they from?
I have no clue. Probably from here, SoCal. But I don't know.
Wow, that's a warm bath.
Yeah,
Warm bath.
yeah, golden shower there.
Now the rest of the stage smells like piss. Yeah. The rest of the set. Oh, gross.
Yeah, I'm hoping it wasn't like the first song. And there's just a big old puddle right there for like the next 45 minutes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Maybe she downed like a couple jugs of celery juice also. So
Or
he-
Imagine if it was like asparagus.
Oh,
Let's punish this guy.
Or some LaCroix.
Some LaCroix. Yeah.
Can't be that
I
bad.
don't know. It was pretty yellow.
don't eat it.
yeah. So he did that too. So that's what he
Okay.
did.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Blind
And
Melon.
he got arrested that night. I mean, I think we only saw 3 songs before because he was out of his mind already.
Drugs.
Drugs, yeah. And so he went on there and we didn't even know what he was singing. And he pulled that up. The cops came up, took him off stage, arrested him. And then from what I heard, when they got bailed out, they went to New Orleans and then he had died.
Okay. You know who's cornered the market in busting out a dick on stage is the homeboy from Rammstein. He doesn't he bust out like this huge dildo, like hooked up to a hose, pretty much, and then he just sprays the crowd with water. It's just water,
Yeah.
but it's coming out of his pants, so it looks like.
Didn't Gore used to do that too?
Yeah?
With the big penis
Yeah,
at one
like
point?
the cum, right?
Right, yeah.
No, but it was actual.
No, it wasn't.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like insinuating.
It was like foam though. It was
Marshmallow.
like some
Yeah.
foam that they used.
Oh, okay.
So it did look all
Yeah.
gooey and ooey,
Yeah.
I guess.
Shock Valley, right?
Yeah.
Adult Nickelodeon. That
are
slime
Instead,
isn't green.
instead of green, it's yellow, right?
Those were crazy shows.
It's
I
an
think I went to
off-white.
one Gore show.
Yeah, you did?
What would you say is the color of semen? Is it like a Navajo white or an eggshell or?
Off white, maybe? Flat white.
I guess it depends on your diet. No.
Yeah.
It's more like a pearl color.
That's what I was going
Oh
to say,
yeah,
Pearl.
that's where Pearl Jam gets its name.
Well, there you go.
That's Pearl Jam for you. But anyway, Cesar, man, I don't know if you can tell me if you don't want to talk about this. But the reason you kept postponing you being on the show and talking about all this is because you had a medical issue. I'm curious to learn more about it because I would never want to experience what you experienced, which is equivalent to a male having a baby, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been told is childbirth.
Yeah.
Childbirth,
I mean,
right?
and
Contractions.
Contractions. I don't know.
let's not paint a different picture than what it is. But you didn't you didn't have a baby.
No.
Okay.
And I did not produce a stone. Maybe a little bit of sand
Oh,
for what it's worth.
Okay. Yeah, but you had a kidney stone.
Yeah, I had a kidney stone. It was like 4 millimeters, so they couldn't zap it out. I heard if it's like larger, like 6 or 5, even 5, right? They
Yeah.
can
I
zap
think
it,
larger than 5, they
and
said.
5 they'll zap it. So I had to like wait till
And this happened in the middle of a Halloween party.
Yeah, we were party poopers. We had to leave early, and I told Sandra like, let's get out of here.
You were in
And,
pain.
we're very in pain, and we went to the ER like was it 12:30 or so?
Like 1 o'clock. in the morning.
One got out of there like at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
And for how many days were you were hurting? Because you still went to work, right? Because you were told that you still had to walk around and stuff.
Yeah, you have to walk around. You can't relax or anything like that. So I went to work, and good thing I work for the courts. So good thing we didn't have a jury going on because I would have been in much more pain. So I was able to walk around and stuff like that. So I was supposed to take like Norco, I think 3 times a day or whatever, or 4 times. I only took it once before going to sleep. I was just toughing it out.
Yeah. Well, what does that do to you? I mean,
kills
it's
the pain.
It's a painkiller,
Yeah,
but does
it kills
it
the
put
pain.
you to sleep too?
Yeah.
Does it just make you unenergetic?
they gave you Norco.
All the above, yeah.
Okay.
Initially, they gave me, was it ibuprofen?
Ibuprofen.
Like a small dose. I'm like, this is not.
It's just Advil.
It's not.
Yeah,
shit.
pretty much. It was like a 200
Yeah,
milligram of
200 milligrams.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bring
I take
on
one.
Yeah.
I
the
take a couple of
narcotics.
those.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, we'll give you some Norco. So just be careful, don't drive, all that good stuff."
Okay.
And I took it for 2 nights, and then it, did what it did. And then the 3rd night, I went to sleep, and like 2 hours later, I was like in so much pain, even worse than the first time that I felt the pain. And then usually it takes like 20 minutes or an hour
Okay.
for it to go away. And eventually it did, right? So I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next day, and then no pain. The next day, no pain. So it's like, and then I called the doctor Monday, and then she was like, I guess it's out. But I was waiting for blood and the stone, like the climax, but nothing.
Like a fucking crime scene?
Yeah.
You were waiting for, okay. Yeah, because I hear if you have a stone, in fact, I know somebody else who just passed a kidney stone. there's blood in your pee.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
blood, and then there's a stone, and then you send it to the lab, and they'll see what's in it, and then they'll tell you, okay, well, here's your diet,
Right.
Because there's a lot of misconceptions. They think that it's either lack of water, too much sugar, too much salt, obesity, lack of exercise, or whatever it is.
Do you exercise?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I walk at least 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, and drink a lot of water. I hardly drink any soda. So, but we're thinking it's probably all the damn sunflower seeds that I was eating during the baseball season. Yeah.
You just create a pile.
Yeah.
It wasn't your
shells?
it wasn't your regular ham.
Right.
It was a half.
It was Ace
bag.
Ventura on the flight to Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was half a bag.
I was filling up those cups with shells of sunflower seeds,
Right.
and then the next
You
one.
might as well be swimming in the sea.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you get pain on the side, the back, and your groin section.
And they couldn't zap it because it wasn't a large enough stone.
Exactly. It has to be, I think, 5 or 6 millimeter.
Uh-huh.
And
I would have greased the technician's palm and just told him to just zap it out of there. But
Right.
they're looking out for your liver now.
exactly.
Like that?
Yeah. They
But
don't-
you've been torturing your liver for years. Why the fuck should you care, Cesar?
Well, they did a scan.
Well, not your liver, your kidney.
My kidney. Yeah. They did a
Okay.
blood test and everything. It is not alcohol. It's nothing like that. So I'm good. I'm back to normal. Thank God.
Okay.
Well, I think because now they also have what they gave him, and I think this would happen because they have a medication now that helps dissolve the stone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like we're thinking that's what happened with him. That's why we didn't actually see a stone. It kind of turned into, I guess, sand.
Dust.
Like
Yeah.
sand. coming
Yeah,
out.
like sand, if you will. So when I called the doctor, she was like, "Oh yeah, it happens. Most of the time, you won't see the stone, so it's kind of like a normal thing."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So all you guys out there listening, if you get side pain, back pain, groin pain, go to the ER.
It's a stone.
It fucking hurts. Yeah.
It just doesn't hurt. It fucking
It
hurts.
fucking hurts.
Fucking hurts.
Jeez. I can only imagine. I think one of the bigger pains I've ever had myself, just to turn this back around to be about me, has been when I did the one chip challenge on this very podcast. And but this part wasn't on the podcast, where I was curled up into the fetal position on the bathroom floor here, and Steph who also consumed said one chip on the challenge,
Yeah.
was also experiencing the pain herself, but in a different way, because I think you had thrown it up, right?
No, I was like dry heaving.
Okay.
And the internet told me to drink a lot of milk and eat bread to try to douse the flames that were coming out of my
Yeah.
mouth. It wasn't working. And I just started crying. I was over
Yeah.
the kitchen
And
sink.
What's left to do then?
I didn't partake in so much of that bread eating. I think we had milkshakes, so I finished my milkshake, but it just didn't sit well with me, and I was really I think I threw it up. Which at a certain point I learned that it was the wrong thing to do, because it reintroduces the
Right.
the
goes
fucking
back
spice back into your esophagus and out your mouth. So now you're burning up again, just like you did when you first ate it. And then I was just doubled up on,
Does that affect your bowels? Like when you went to the bathroom?
the next day was uncomfortable.
Was it?
I gotta say, yeah,
It
yeah.
was spicy.
I was on a rocket to space.
They're spicy Cheeto.
Were you on fire?
Yeah, it was not a good time. Would I do it again? Fuck yeah, I'd do it again. But it's got to be worth it. Maybe you guys would be down. I mean, you said that you took a chip, right? Recently, that same chip.
Yeah, ironically, when we left the party, an hour
At the party?
an hour before, my buddy brought one of those Pocky boxes, and no one wanted to eat one, so we kind of like shared one between 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to the ER, I asked the doctor, did it have anything to do with the chip? And they're like, no, there's nothing to do with it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's very hot, dude. I can't
And you had
I
a
can't
third of
believe
it.
Yeah, 30. You had the whole chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's a healthy layer of powder, that chili powder that they put on that chip. Like, it's furry
Right.
when you look at it.
It doesn't even taste good.
No.
It doesn't even
Right.
like
It's punishment
Yeah.
as soon as it hits
Yeah.
the surface of your body. You're supposed to handle it with gloves. We didn't have gloves.
So you almost went to the ER, and you're still willing to do it again?
Yeah.
Why?
Probably for clout.
For bragging rights or money or whatever.
Yeah. If we can get sponsored by
us.
Pocky, that'd be
there you
sick.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Then you'd have to take one each show you do.
Oh, fuck that. No, I'm not down.
Every year.
But yeah, Cesar, Sandra, you guys are good friends of ours, good friends of the show, man. We've gone to a few hockey games with you guys. You guys are big fans of the Dodgers, just like us. And you, what's cool about you guys, I think, is that you guys even follow their minor league teams too, which is actually pretty cool because of the farming system. So you get to see a lot of the actual players who are in the big leagues, if maybe they're recuperating from an injury or they just, they need to train a little bit more on something, they'll go there.
And what's cool about that is because we have them right here close to us. I mean,
Rancho,
you have
Cucamonga.
Rancho and then Ontario. You have the Kings and the Dodgers right here.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few players. Woody-S. Who else?
Woody-S started there.
Kershaw?
Kershaw didn't start there, but
he played there, right?
Yeah, he played there to rehab. But we saw before they got up Bellinger, Seager,
yeah,
a lot of those guys.
Yeah,
and then the hockey.
Yeah, the hockey also.
The hockey
Camp, Peterson, yeah.
Those hockey games are always fun.
You guys are invited again. Hockey season is here, so if you guys want to come,
I'm down. I'm down.
Just bring your
jacket,
vaccination card, because they also ask you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like that? Okay.
Yeah,
whatever. I got it.
That's fine.
Fun times.
Right on. All right. Well, if you can think of any more encounters with celebrities, let me know.
All right. I will pop in here once in a while.
Don't you have more? No.
Yeah, I just have to remember them.
Should have wrote them down.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just move on with the rest of the show. We've got on tap. We got Geeking Out, a joint report, and some music. I'm actually going to feature one song by the Soaring Blackbirds, so I'll look forward to that. And so everybody stick around for Geeking Out. We'll be right back.